All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Altanic, and I am going to show you how to set up mirrors, interactable chairs, and Jodi's office TV for your mod maps. This is going to work with all of your mod maps. You're going to be able to migrate these to a different project to use in another map. It's going to be modular. There's no level blueprinting involved or anything specific like that, just a couple short little strings we need to set up. It's very easy. So let's jump right into it. I'm in my new level and I'm in the room that I want to put my stuff in. So let's say, I want to have my mirror on this wall, maybe a chair here, right? So I'm going to go into your project folder. At the root of content, go to project. We're going to start with the mirror. So we're going to go into actors. We're going to create a new blueprint actor named mirror. This needs to be capital. It is case sensitive. It needs to match this name so that it works in game because project is referencing the actual game files. So if this is not correct, then you're not going to see anything in the game. You don't want that. So now we've created a new mirror actor. We're going to open up. We're going to go to the event graph and we're going to set up a teeny tiny blueprint. We're going to right click in the empty space. You're going to type event begin play. You're going to spawn this node in. You're going to drag off this white and you're going to spawn actor from class. It's going to bring you this little menu. In this class, you're going to drop this down. You're going to type mirror and you're going to click on the mirror. This is going to reference the new one that we literally just built, the one we're working inside right now. It's going to reference itself. Over here, in this return value, you're going to drag off, you're going to promote to a variable, you're going to change this over in this editor. This needs to also match, this is case sensitive, is space wardrobe. Press enter. Click here, convert this to a boolean. It's going to tell you it's going to break some stuff. It's fine, don't worry about it. Change the variable type. Now you've got a variable with a target. We're going to check the box for is wardrobe. You can leave this unchecked if you want it to be a normal like clothing mirror, but I think for 99% of cases you're going to want the wardrobe function, right? We want to be able to dress up Jodi. So that's good. Drag off this pin, connect it here. Off this section here, spawn transform, you're going to drag off and you're going to get actor transform. That's all you need. It's going to target itself, so wherever this blueprint is placed in the map, it's going to spawn at that location. We're going to compile this and we're going to save. Now you've set up the mirror, the fetch basically in the game files here. Now we need to go back to our mod folder where we're building our level and we need to make an actor for us. So for the sake of organization, I'm going to create a new folder and we're going to name this actors. I'm going to go in here and we're going to create another blueprint. We're going to make an actor. You don't want this name to match exactly because it's going to get really confusing. This one doesn't have to be case sensitive or match the name of the files, so we can name this whatever we want. I'm going to name this Jodi Mirror, and we're going to go back in and we're going to rebuild the same blueprint. Now, if I was smart, I would have copy and pasted everything, but I didn't think that far ahead. So we're going to get actor from, or sorry, spawn actor from class. We're going to mirror, not Jodi's mirror. We're going to reference the mirror from project folder, get actor transform, go over here, return value, promote, set the name to is wardrobe, change it to a boolean, change the variable type, don't worry, and mark that. That's not supposed to happen, so scrap it. We're going to go back, copy it, paste it, bam. Easy breezy, no problems. Compile, save, close. You're done. You've got a mirror. So what we can do as well, if we want to customize this a little bit, because right now it's just this little bubble, and you might be like, man, how am I supposed to know which way the mirror's facing? Like, I have no idea. This doesn't make sense, right? So we can customize this a little bit and give you an idea of what you're looking at. So over here, we've opened up our Jodi mirror, the one we just created. You're going to add an arrow component. If you go into the viewport, now you can see that there is an arrow pointing out of our little bubble. We're going to add a plane component. Now we've got a plane. So the mirror is going to face whatever direction the arrow is pointing. So if the arrow is pointing this way, then when you look at it from this direction, you're going to see the face of the mirror here. You're going to rotate this plane 90 degrees, and we'll give it a little rough reshape so it kind of looks maybe like the shape of the mirror, right? Maybe something like that. It's pretty close. It's not going to be exact. If you really want to like narrow it down and get something pretty accurate, I recommend just like put the mirror on a wall somewhere and see if your plane is smaller than the mirror or if it's a little bit bigger, and then just kind of resize it from there based on the screenshot. It's not super efficient, but it's unfortunately kind of maybe really the best way to do it right now. But that's kind of beside the point, right? So now we've got a little plane. We can compile this again. We can save it. And now when we go back, we will have a little plane with an arrow, and now we know where the mirror is going to spawn, and we know which way the actual mirror is going to face. So I want my mirror to be like like right here. Like that's a pretty good spot. So that's good. So now we've got a mirror on the wall. Pretty cool stuff. And, we'll see once we actually get in the game. But yes. So now let's say you want to have a chair too, right? You want to be able to like spawn a chair in so Jodi can sit down, you can take some cool screenshots or something. So we're going to go back to the root of content, go to your project folder. If you have the base dev kit, you might not have this folder, but that is okay. Sorry, we're going to go to project content project actors. You're not going to have this folder yet, so you're going to create a new folder named furniture. Like I said, this needs to be case sensitive, needs to match exactly. I'm going to create a new actor inside of the furniture folder. You're going to name this armchair. And since we copied our script from earlier, we're going to basically do the same thing. We're going to paste this in. Now we've got the same blueprint set up. We don't need the wardrobe toggle because this isn't a wardrobe, so you can get rid of that. And in this class selection, you're going to choose armchair. Now it's going to point at our armchair actor that we are working inside of right now in our project folder. Compile that, save it. Let's copy it, Control C. Now we're going to go back to our mod folder, go back to actors. We're going to create a new blueprint actor. And like I said, don't confuse yourself. Name this sit chair, something like that, right? Something different, something that doesn't match what the name is in the project. Open up your blueprint, go back to the event graph, paste your script, make sure that the class is pointing at your project actor. Don't point it at your mod actor, point it at the project actor. Compile, save. Now you can also do the same thing here. So, if you want to know which way the chair is going to be facing, give yourself a little arrow component. Now you've got a little arrow when you drop this in, and you can see the orientation of the chair. One thing that I've learned is that to get the chair level with the floor, you actually do want it to be kind of sitting like half in, half out. That is going to actually be correct, and it's going to make your chair spawn like level with the ground. So this is actually good. We can leave it just like that, and we can just put it in place wherever we want it to be. So that covers the chair and the mirror. Now let's do the TV. So yeah, maybe you want to drop your TV in somewhere. You want to make like a map you can kind of just chill in, and you want people to be able to watch the TV movies that they've, maybe they have their own custom stuff that they want to look at, right? Um, so we can go back to our project folder, and we're going to go into the maps folder. We're going to create a new folder. Like I said, this all needs to match exactly. We're working in project, so it needs to be accurate. You're going to type Jodi's office, and you're going to go in this folder. Inside Jodi's office, we're going to create another folder named TV. And inside the TV folder, we're going to create a blueprint actor named TV underscore actor. And now we're going to basically do the same thing that we did before. We're going to paste this code in, and instead of referencing armchair, we're going to make it reference TV actor. So now it's going to point at this inside of your project folder, compile it, save it. Now we need our own actor. So go back to content, go into your mod folder. We're going to go back in our actors. We're going to create a new blueprint. We don't need the same structure, right? Because we're working in our project. So we're going to create something that's pointing at our project actor. So this one can be Office TV. We're going to open ours up, go back to the event graph, paste your script, and make sure that you're pointing at the TV actor class inside project. Now this is good. We can save it, compile it. If you want to as well here, drop yourself in a little arrow so you can see the orientation of the object. And now you are good. So now we can drop our Office TV. This one, the way the default setup of it is a little bit weird. So the TV is actually going to, from this orientation, so with the arrow pointing from this direction on this side of the arrow, the interactable part is going to kind of stand straight up here, and the TV is going to roll out to the side to the left. So it's going to kind of stretch this way. So we can move it, let's say I just want to put it like above the sink or something. We can move it over here. We're going to spin this around 180 degrees so the arrow is pointing toward the other wall, and we will move it right about there. The base of it is going to kind of stick up from the origin point, so this should be okay. And now, if we have done everything correctly, you should have a TV here, you should have a chair right here, and Jodi's mirror should be right there. And now we can go ahead and we can package our project. And let's do that real quick. Usually this doesn't take too long as I don't have to compile shaders, but let's see. If I do, then I'm just going to cut this bit out. But normally this is pretty quick. Okay. Packaging is complete. We can see that down here. That's good. I'm back in my package folder. I'm going to grab my pack chunk, pull it in my mods. This level is the darkness because it's super edgy. No, I'm kidding. But this is the name of your level. So now let's load the game, and we should see all of our new interactable actors. Cool stuff. Alright, so we're in the game. Let's go to our level. I'm going to find my level right here. I'll just drop right in. And now, look at that. You've got Jodi's mirror right here. You can walk up to it, click on it. Now you can spin Jodi around. You put some nice lighting here or something so you can see her face. You can access your whole wardrobe here, and you can also access any of your saved outfits here as well. Good stuff. Now you'll also see the chair is here, so that's good. You can press E, and now Jodi can sit down in a chair. That's kind of cool. And you've also got the TV here, so now you can click on that, and now you've got your TV. And you can load, whatever videos you want into this, into the actual game files, and then the game files will reference that and project it to the TV. But that's pretty much all you need to know. Um, and now you should be able to put TVs in any of your levels. You got mirrors in any of your levels and chairs that you can scatter around. Um, there is a mesh replacement blueprint. I didn't go over that here, but there is a way you can do that, and you can actually use custom mesh replacement. So you can make this chair a different chair that Jodi can sit down in, which is also kind of cool. But that's maybe a video for another time. This will get you going and doing some cool stuff. And I hope that I see other people using this guide and putting some mirrors and all kinds of cool things in their maps. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope this was helpful. And, yeah, let me know. And make some cool stuff. Let's see it.